We always like to keep you on trend here on Studio 10, and today I'm with Carrie Bond, and we're talking about staging a sunroom. Maybe this is a bonus room that you have. It's kind of a way to enjoy the elements, but you're not quite all the way outside. Talk to me about staging an area like this.
Well, when I think about staging a sunroom, I want it to feel warm and cozy, a place that you kind of want to go, maybe have your coffee in the morning, read that book. So I really want it to feel subdued and cozy. So that's the things I was going for in this room.
Okay, so we have a couple items. Let's go ahead and stage them. So I know blankets kind of bring that cozy factor in.
Yeah, so blankets, you know, it's a great way to kind of warm up a space and make it feel soft and cushy. And when I do a blanket, I just kind of grab it by that corner. So, you know, I just lift it by the corner, let it kind of fall naturally, throw that corner over, and just kind of lay it out. It's pretty simple, you know. I think sometimes we overthink it. And then I usually just kind of take my pillows, angle them, put them in place, give them a nice karate chop.
The karate chop is the secret to give them that cute dent.
Exactly.
Okay, and talk to me about the color scheme. These are kind of more of your neutral muted tones, but then you have a few accents here and there.
Yeah, so I like to keep it neutral, but then pick a color that you like to pop. And so for me in this room, I chose navy, and then a lot of the natural elements have green. So those are kind of all neutral tones and then a little navy and green.
Okay, and we have this cute display of various items on the table, and you're saying it's kind of important to maybe have a reason why you have some of the items in your sunroom.
Yeah, I don't, you know, when you're decorating, you're going to have some of those items you just kind of find in the store or whatever, but I think it's also important to put some personal items in a room too. So these have personal meaning, you know, some of it is just, you know, a faux plant that I picked up, but the driftwood here is from one of our family beach trips, and I like to go along the beach and pick up rocks and driftwood. I have rocks in the bowl. This bowl is actually my great-grandfather's. And then whenever we take trips, this is something I like to do. I like to get sand from wherever we went, and this is out in Arizona actually.
Okay.
So that's sand actually from Arizona, and the rocks came from there too. So when we went hiking, found some rocks that I liked, put them in there. So that's just a way to make the space feel a little more personal and not just like a bunch of items that came from a store that got stacked.
Well, and it's fun because it's a transitional space. Like I said, you're kind of indoor, outdoor theme, but you don't have to be outside in the elements. Of course, we know Michigan can kind of have random weather and a thunderstorm can pop up. So we want to make sure that we have, you know, an enclosed space. But then this kind of brings in the outdoor element, and then it has that little personal touch of a vacation.
Exactly. You feel like you're away, but at home. And that's what I want this space to feel like.
And we're talking sunroom. You don't always have to have your furniture butted up against the wall. Talk to me about staging the furniture.
Yeah, so most people think, you know, shove all the furniture to the walls. That's what feels right to them because they can't figure out how do I take it away from the walls. But what you want to do is pull it away from the walls to create conversation and warmth. So I do have a couple of these pieces against the wall, but then I have chairs over here that I kind of pulled in. So then if you're sitting around, it feels conversational. If I shove those against the wall, we're going to all feel very far apart and it's going to feel disjointed. So there are ways to do it where it looks right. And sometimes if you pull a sofa in, you can use a table behind it to eat up some of that space to kind of bring it into the room a little bit more. There's a lot of creative ways that you can kind of bring furniture away from the walls and make it feel right.
All right, Carrie, thank you so much for these tips. So your space is gorgeous and you're always helping us with the staging. If people want some staging tips from you, where do they go?
They can go to my Facebook page, Bond Girl Designs, right on Facebook. If you look it up, it'll come right up. But sometimes I do some stuff on there, but yeah.
Okay, all right, your space is gorgeous. Thank you for having us today.
Thank you.
All right, stick around. More of Studio 10 coming up after the break.